we have gone over the left side of the dashboard and we've gone over the left turn signal stalk. Why don't we look at the left side of the steering wheel now? So these upper two buttons right here are going to cycle between your preset radio stations over here. So if we demonstrate this, you can see right here that it's just going to go through everything that you have set. If you look at the volume up and volume down knob right here, this will control whatever is currently active. So if you had maps going, Bluetooth, ringtone, call volume, and voice recognition, that would all be controlled with that knob or the knob over here. If you look at the bottom left button, that's going to be your source button. Think of that as your music source. That's going to be AM, FM, XM, CD, USB, Bluetooth, and auxiliary. Those 7 things. Now you can look to the right of that. That's going to be your voice recognition. That's used for if you want to make a phone call, you want to set the navigation, you want to drive home. You can do all of that through that button. Or if you plug in to the USB ports here in the center console, you can use Siri or Android Auto depending on your cell phone. We can go over that a little bit later on. If you look right here, this is going to be your hang up. You're taking the phone up off the hook to answer. Then you put your phone on the hook to hang up. If you look over here, these buttons just go through all of the information over here on the main screen. We'll start right here. And so we go up. That's going to be what you're listening to, your current audio source. Then you go right here. This is going to be a compass. Then you have your tire pressure monitor. You have a digital speedometer. In this case, this vehicle has the navigation, so it would also pop up the speed limit in the area. They're not always accurate, so be careful, but it's usually accurate within 5 miles an hour. Then you can see how long the car has been on and how far we've gone since the car has been on. This is also going to be related to fuel economy. This is going to be how far you can go before you run out of gas and your instantaneous fuel economy. This one's going to be your average fuel economy, and again, how far you can go before you run out of gasoline. The final option is going to be a digital clock and your outside temperature. Right here, this is going to be used for your cruise control on the right-hand side of the steering wheel. This turns cruise off and on. These buttons right here are something that you want to be careful with. These are going to be your following distance for the car. What this is going to do is when you have the vehicle set up and you have the cruise control on, it's going to tell the adaptive cruise control how far you want to follow a vehicle in front of you. The farthest bar, which is the 4th bar right there, is going to be about 3.5 seconds. If you drop down all the way to 2 or 1 bar, it's going to be 2 seconds. I always suggest to people leave it at the 4th bar, so that way they have the most time to react in case something bad happens. I'll have a driving video demonstrating how eyesight works later on, so I'll skip over the rest of these buttons for right now. This final button is going to be the lane keep assist. What that is used for is if you're getting drowsy or you're a little bit fatigued from driving, you can turn that button on and it's going to be used for keeping you in the center of your lane. Let's say you start pulling off to the right a little bit. The car is going to use the electronic power steering rack in the vehicle and actually pull you the opposite direction away from the line, so that way you don't accidentally drift over. It works in conjunction with the lane departure notification. If you have the lane departure turned off, this will not function. This vehicle is a Touring, so the final button that's going to be over here is the heated steering wheel. You can see when you turn it on, the orange light illuminates. When you turn it off, it turns off. We'll get the right side of the stock now. If you look right here, one pop up will make the wipers go once. This is the intermittent to set how fast you want to go on the slowest one, so you can change that speed right here. All the way up is going to be the slowest, all the way down is going to be the fastest. Then you have medium and fast. Same thing is going to be for this outside knob. You use this for setting the rear window wiper speed. So you can set this, again, it's tied to the intermittent, and you have fast. If you twist it all the way up, or you twist it all the way down, that will turn on the rear wiper squirter.